Hello, I'm William Gasser, and I'm going to introduce to you today the foremost expert on flamethrowers in the entire world, Mr. Charlie Hobson.
The story of the flamethrowers is really the story of the war in Pacific and World War II. The only place where flamethrowers were the weapon. They're one weapon that shoots around corners and goes down into ravines and caves. The Marines quickly realized the importance of the flamethrower and developed tactics for it. In Europe, the need wasn't there. The distances were much greater. They didn't have small islands, and carrying a heavy flamethrower just wasn't practical, and the need wasn't really there. The interesting thing about the Armored Foundation is realizing just how much people like to see a flamethrower fire. And historically speaking, the Army discovered that early in World War II and used it for bond drives, Army shows, and they would pack stadiums with people who just wanted to see the flamethrower fire. And the American Armored Foundation had enough foresight and energy to say, this is something that needs to be restored. This is something the public needs to see again. A lot of times people will ask me, what's it like to fire a flamethrower? And just thinking about it and visualizing it makes my heart pound a little bit faster and my stomach tighten a little bit. It is the most powerful handheld weapon ever developed. It's incredible heat. It's heavy. There's a recoil when you pull a trigger. The whole world in front of you turns so hot that there's white heat, red heat, there's billowing clouds of smoke. It's just a tremendous weapon. And it's just, until you hear the roar and see the flames, you can't picture it. I think probably the best way to describe how powerful and horrific the flamethrower actually is to think about the Japanese soldier in World War II. He wasn't afraid of charging a bayonet against Marines with machine guns. He wasn't afraid of dying at all. But if he saw flames, he'd run. And I think psychologically, the most powerful weapon and the one thing that everyone's afraid of, no matter how convinced you are you're a hero, is the flamethrower.
If you'd like to see a flamethrower in action, come to the Tank Museum for our annual extravaganza. Prepare yourself for an awesome adventure.